My staked liquidity pool tokens for yield farming have finally matured. That contract has come to an end, that 30-day period, and I am going to go and harvest my SundaeSwap tokens and then provide liquidity back to the DEX.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast.
All right, so we're going to go through the process of harvesting your yield farming rewards and then going back to the DEX and providing more liquidity that way. So that way we're compounding our rewards that we're gaining on SundaeSwap. So I'm Peter Buey. If this is your first time here, please consider giving me that thumbs up, click subscribe, click on the notification bell, and you get more great Cardano related content from me. Everything from interviews, how-tos, news updates, and much, much more. So let's jump straight into this one here. I've got everything up and ready. I've connected my NAMI wallet to this site, and here are my liquidity pool options. Here we go. So if I click on liquidity on the side here, I can see all my current positions. They're not huge positions. You can see I'm only owning fractions of some of these particular pools, except for the LRN pool. Of course, that's one of mine, but I think someone's either added in some liquidity or bought some LRN tokens. Cool. Whatever. So if you have a look at the yield farming positions down here, I have the two. I have a bit of SundaeSwap, which is a very little earning there, but it's okay. That's better than nothing. But then my my world mobile token position here, I have 32 Sundae earned, and this one here is actually ready to harvest. So this one here is next earn out in 30 days, and that's because my 30-day period had just matured. So I can harvest this out and actually get my 32 SundaeSwap tokens according to the documentation. So from here, I can click on the harvest button, and here you can see the amount of Sundae tokens I'll get back. And there is a little note here, and it says, please allow up to a week for the Sundae rewards to actually appear in your wallet. I'm assuming this is because the Sundae tokens need to be moved from their vaults, whatever it is, the DAO, and then distributed back over to you. So it could take a little while. So I won't have the Sundae tokens to show you in this demonstration, but I will get those liquidity pool tokens back, and then I can stake that back into the pool again. So let's go through this process and provide the liquidity there. And I've got a little bit more world mobile tokens, and I'll compound my rewards back in. So let's go here. Let's click on confirm. Now, great. So I've got this little collateral issue. So that will come up if you don't have the collateral set in your wallet. So let me just set that here. I'll just open up my NAMI wallet, click on collateral, and yep, it's not set. So let me set that. Let me just show you what it looks like. So let me just sign that transaction to set the collateral. You can see what it looks like there. Great. And now the collateral is added to my NAMI wallet. So let me try this process again, and I will harvest that. I'll click confirm. So now I can actually see my transaction appear because I've set the collateral. This is that 3 ADA that I would have put in as a deposit with my liquidity pool tokens. When you withdraw it, you get that back. So when you first put this liquidity in, and I'll show you in a moment as well when we get to that step, you see that 3 ADA fee and you think, oh, it's 3.5, I think it is. And you think, wow, that's incredibly high. But it's actually there to send with your assets back. So you need the ADA there to send with native tokens. So that's why that fee is so high. So let me just sign this transaction here and get this one through. And that has put that order into the queue. So let's have a look at the queue at the moment. There are no current queues. So I guess the congestion at the moment is negligible. It's very, very low. Let's have a look at my orders. And there I can see my liquidity, my unlocked liquidity has come through already. That's incredibly fast compared to how the DEX was at launch. That would have taken 20, 30 minutes. I actually allocated that amount of time to actually do some of these parts. But great, that means my liquidity has come back through. So let's have a look here and see that. Yep, my position's gone. And let's have a look. What was it? World mobile tokens. So I should be able to click on this. And there we go, I can see my stake LP tokens. But if I check my wallet, it said that it could take up to a week for those Sundae tokens to come through. So I'm not expecting to see that 32 Sundae tokens. Yep, I don't have that yet. I've only got the little 13 or so. Let me check my transaction history. And everything there looks good as well. It matches up with what exactly I've done. So that I'm happy with. So let's go back now. So now I've withdrawn my liquidity to claim my Sundae tokens, but that will take a little while to come through. And now I have my LP tokens back, which I'll just go back here and show you again. So that unlocked liquidity. Now I'm going to lock that back into the contract on that particular liquidity pool and then stake it for more of those SundaeSwap rewards. Now, people have said that they don't get that particular staking LP tokens. Now, if you go to the homepage of the DEX and then scroll down to the particular liquidity pool that you're trying to put liquidity in for, such as World Mobile Token, you don't see that button there. See, it doesn't appear. It will only appear if you click on liquidity and go to the particular liquidity pool from that perspective. So if you go that way, click on liquidity, click on the particular liquidity pool that you have tokens for, then you can stake the LP tokens. So I'll click on stake LP tokens. I'll go 100% for 30 days, stake those tokens. And here is my transaction. So you can see the fee difference here. Now I will get the 3 ADA back when I withdraw my liquidity pool tokens after this process to harvest it again. So I'll just sign this transaction and it's pending, pending, pending. Now, while I wait for that particular pending transaction to go through, so I should see my yield farming position appear down here later on. But in my previous update video that I did for SundaeSwap, they added in, I mentioned that they added in the various different languages, and look at that. So I can now switch the whole DEX over to Italian. Great, fantastic. And I think my transaction actually went through as well. So let me just refresh the screen. So everything refreshed, that changed. So let me just refresh the entire thing. And there we go. There's my new yield farming position for World Mobile Token and ADA. That particular one, the APR has gone down from that 300. So I'm not expecting as much SundaeSwap tokens from it anymore. But my total Sundae, I'm not going to even attempt that, but I can see my position here and the rewards that I'll get from it. Let's change this back to English because I'm not understanding anything that I'm reading there. And there we go. Cool. So now that I've put my LP tokens back in for that, I probably should have added in a little bit of extra World Mobile Token into it. I did have some. So now I'm going to add in some more SundaeSwap tokens on here. I do have, I think, a spare 13 tokens. I'm going to provide liquidity for this particular pool and then stake the rewards there. So let me just go through that process again. So I'm going to deposit liquidity in this case, and I have a maximum of 13.52 Sundae. There we go. And that is the matching ADA that I need to provide. And that's all I need to do. So let me click on order that, and my transaction comes up. So that looks all good. Let me sign the transaction. And there we go. So here now I can go back over to orders, and I can watch that order come through. At least I can see the transaction being submitted here, and we'll just wait for that to come through. I can see my previous locked liquidity transaction here, which is on chain, which is great. And I'm just waiting for this one to come through now. Cool. So now I can see that my deposit is there. It's waiting to be scooped. So a SundaeSwap scooper pool will come and get that. So let's have a look at the queue, see if that got any bigger. It's not any bigger. So that order should go through very soon as well. And that's it. This is so much quicker than what it was at launch. I don't know if it's because a lot less people are using the DEX at the moment, or everyone's gotten over that initial rush. And of course, the scaling options that have been put through on the blockchain itself have really helped this out. This has all only taken like less than 10 minutes so far. It's really cool. There's my LP tokens. I've deposited my ADA and Sundae into it. I've got my LP tokens. Everything's complete. So if I click on liquidity now, I should see my options here now to add a little bit more liquidity into a yield farming position. So hopefully this works, and it's not, and because I've already got one open, I'm hoping I can put another yield farming position in, and it looks like I can. Great. So let me put that staked in 100%, stake those tokens. And there's another transaction for me. Let me just sign this. It is costing me a little bit of ADA to move these LP tokens. So next time when I actually get all of this out, I'll do it all in one go. So I'm not paying these additional ADA fees of going through and claiming all this stuff. It's that's a little bit annoying doing that, but let me just sign this transaction. There we go. So now I am staking my LP tokens back into this particular liquidity pool so I can yield farm for more Sundae tokens. Now, it wasn't much that I added in there, and my total pool share is absolutely tiny. That is so much faster. So that's cool. Let me just refresh the screen. There we go. So I can see the number 2 there. So I've got 2 positions open. One that is harvested in 19 days and one that's harvested in 30 days. That is fantastic. I hadn't gone through that entire process of harvesting rewards and then re-putting in my position. So now I've gone through that entire process, and when the blockchain isn't congested as well, that is an incredibly easy process. I really am liking this DeFi experience now. If you've had any issues or if you have any questions in regards to this process, please leave a comment down below. I am more than happy to go through them all and make sure that you have a similar experience to what I had here, which was almost flawless in that regards. Now, if you really enjoyed this type of content, if you got something out of my videos, please consider giving me that thumbs up, click subscribe and click on that notification bell, and you hear more great Cardano related content from me real soon.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast. Gotta get it hype. Crypto is what we like, but this is not investment or financial advice. Gotta do your research, cause it's risky. We know it is. This show is educational and it's informative. Crypto's the future, really, it ain't no debate.